Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time to start tomatoes because we are heading into spring very soon. It's the last week of July at the moment. It's a bit windy, so hopefully you can hear me okay. And I need to get my tomatoes, I need to get my tomato seeds started so that I can plant them out hopefully in the next 4 weeks, because my broccoli should be ready to come out and the tomatoes are going to go into that bed. So the varieties that I'm going to plant this year for tomatoes, I got some new seeds recently from Seeds of Plenty, and I'm sure I've showed you these before, but if you missed those videos, I'm going to do the German yellow striped tomato, which is this one here. So apparently that one tastes absolutely amazing. It's a big slicing tomato. I think it gets quite big, so I'm excited to try that. And I'm going to try the Amish paste tomato. I haven't tried that one before, but that is a good canning tomato, and this year I'm going to give canning a go. I did some tomato relish last year, which was good, but I want to can some tomatoes this year. I've never done it before, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll see how we go. And the next one I'm planting is the Cherokee Purple. So apparently that one tastes really good as well, so I'm excited for that. That's another big slicing tomato. And I did plant recently some Sweet Millions, which are the little baby cherry tomatoes. So they have sprouted, so that's good. I can get them going, but I'll put those into pots. The next one is Roma, which I have grown so far this year. I didn't get a high yield from it, but I did grow it through winter, so we'll see how we go with this one through summer. I'm gonna do San Marzano again, which I did last year. That was pretty good. That was very prolific, just wasn't very big. So we'll see how it goes. I might just do 1 or 2 of those this year. And I'm gonna try this. This was a freebie I got from Seeds of Plenty, and this one is the Dwarf Bendigo Blush. So it's a dwarf tomato. Most of the other ones are indeterminate, so they'll just keep growing. They're like a vine, except for the Romas, which are indeterminate, so they'll grow to a certain height and stop, but bear all their fruit at one time. This one is a dwarf, so it won't get too high. This is a Bendigo Blush, and it is a cherry tomato. So don't know what this one's like, but I'm going to give it a go because it was free, and you can't go wrong with freebies. So we're going to get those planted out today into the seed trays. And this area here where I have all my seedlings it's a bit shaded at the moment, but this gets all the morning sun, which is quite warm, and I haven't had any problems with germination so far. I've been doing a lot of flowers. They've all germinated well, and you can see here, this is the Sweet Millions tomato, so there's 2 there. So they germinated. They took a little bit longer than normal because we are in the middle of winter right now, but I was still surprised they came up. So I'll see how these go once I plant them, and if I need to put them on a heat mat, I will, but I think they'll germinate. Actually, I might put them on a heat mat anyway, because I want them to germinate a little bit faster than what they would otherwise. So I do have a heat pad to put them on. So that is it for the tomato varieties for this year. I may do a few more. I'll do a succession planting probably later in the year as well, but this is just to get them started for spring and summer, because they'll probably take about 4 months to get to maturity, harvesting. And yeah, so I'll show you where I'm going to plant those now. Okay, so these tomatoes are going to go into this bed here because it gets the most sun, and it has got the house enclosure on it, which will prevent the birds and hopefully the fruit flies as well. But I'm hoping to plant out early this year to avoid the fruit flies. At the moment, we've got broccoli and cauliflower in here, and they are starting to head up. So you can see the little cauliflower there, which is looking good. It's about halfway grown now. And there's a few more in there as well. The broccoli is starting to head up. I'll show you that. There's a tiny little broccoli there. So they're all starting to head up nicely now. So these are finally getting a spread along now. And I think these should be ready in about 4 weeks to harvest. And then I should be able to pop my tomatoes in here. I got about 8 tomato plants in here last year, plus 2 eggplants and basil and things like that. I started a lot of tomato seedlings, so I'll figure it out. 8 was quite a good number to have in this bed. It wasn't too overcrowded. And just the height of this cover is really good too, because I've got hooks up there. I don't know if you can see them. There's lots of spiders and stuff in there. But I'll string these tomatoes up so they can grow up quite tall. So yes, that's where the tomatoes are going to go. Hopefully planting them out in about 4 weeks, but it just depends on how early they sprout. Okay, so they've all been planted out now. I did also do some Paris Island cos lettuce and some pak choi, but we've got Amish paste, German yellow, Cherokee purple, San Marzano, and the dwarf bendigo. So I've got 3 of each of all of those, so that's quite a few tomatoes for me. So there's only 2 of us, so I'll have to give some away to family and friends, but that's fine. I love doing that. So that's them planted. A few weeks ago, I found this terracotta pot on Marketplace for $25. It needed some more drainage holes in the bottom, so I got the drill out with a masonry bit and punched a few holes in it before giving it a lick of paint. This pot was going to be for my fruit salad tree that I purchased at the Queensland Garden Show that was on at Nambour 2 weekends ago. So 2 weeks ago when I went to the Queensland Garden Show, I got this fruit salad tree, which is two fruits, white nectarine and white peach, tropic snow and white satin. And I picked this tree because I love white peaches. They're absolutely amazing tasting. They're so sweet. And I had one years ago and I loved it, but it ended up dying on me. But I also picked this one because it had these beautiful flowers on here. There were so many little buds about to bloom that I really was hoping that it's going to get fruit. And you can see this one here is a little baby peach. So this side of the tree, you can see the graft mark there is the peach, and this one is the nectarine. And I can tell because this one looks like a nectarine. It has no fuzz on it like the other one. So there's not as many blooms on this side for the nectarine, but that's okay because I love the peaches anyway. But you're supposed to keep these the same height, so that one needs to come down a little bit, which I might give it a prune. Yeah, you're not allowed to let one side get bigger than the other because the other side will then die. So that's what's going in the white pot that I'm painting at the moment. I also got this rare dragon fruit cutting from the rare dragon fruit tree place, and this variety is Voodoo Child. Apparently it's very prolific, very tasty, very popular, so I'm going to plant that out this week into another pot and start some more dragon fruit. So a little update on my cherry tree that I planted last week. It's doing really well. All the leaves have like come out now. I'm hoping this is a flower or this one. I'm not too sure the difference between leaves and flower buds yet on a cherry tree. Because a lot of these buds I thought were flowers are actually leaves, but I am hoping, or possibly down here, these ones are the flower buds, because I think they flower on last year's wood, which I'm hoping is this stuff here. I did prune it when I popped it in by about half. Not sure if I need to take this central leader out here, because I did watch one video saying that sweet cherries should have a central leader, so I kept it in there. But that's the only video I've seen saying that. Everyone else says to open it up like a vase. So if anyone knows, because yeah, that video said that the sour cherries should be pruned to a vase shape, but the sweet cherry should have a central leader. So if anyone can clarify that, that would be amazing. But yes, very happy with how my little baby cherry tree is going.